we know that Stax picked the Knights to win it all. Do you think they even win the series?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. I don't. They probably don't. Actually, I think.
Wow.
I think the Sonics have showed up. Over in this group, they've been playing pretty good so far this week. So I feel like the Knights. I mean, the reason they've gotten here was because they got a losing record. Well, not a losing record, but like not the best record in their group. Sonics finished top of the group, so I think that Sonics kind of had the edge in this particular matchup here, and I think it'll be much closer than a lot of people are thinking it will be.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Sonics personally. I think this is a team that now, especially after adding T. Carell, I think they've got what it takes to really make some deep runs and maybe get an upset win. Like I said, E United really the only team that I didn't think had it. But let's get into the action. Daz, Stax, take it away.
Well, the Pittsburgh Knights come in as the team that has scored the most in this tournament. And it's a pretty sizable margin, but they've also given up the most shots. And you give up opportunities to a team like the Susquehanna Sonics, and you could be in for a world of hurt. T. Carell starting things off for the Sonics. And oh, what a catch by J. Russ, trying to outrun the defense of Sosa, but he finally caught up. Very physical play coming out at the start of game one.
Okay, so I have to say this because we see that Sonics decal here. You see how the Knights have Knights on the spoiler? Sonics have the same thing, but it's under the spoiler. And like a lot of people actually probably wouldn't have even gotten that. Like you probably see, no, you're not gonna see it there. Well, but if you do have the decal, you want to look for that. Meanwhile, let's look at ZPS because he opens up things here very well for the Knights. First goal of the game. That's a solid beat.
Yeah, that's tough going against your momentum, but ZPS, a proficient scorer, is a good way to describe him. He has been on the money all week long. The group stage, getting off to a great start in the playoff stage as well. Shock now, right through the middle, denied by Ridoko. Now T. Carell will bring this all the way to the side, and ZPS is all over it.
Oh, nice carry. This one trying to move downfield, but Knights right now just keeping things in form. And I think Lando, their coach, tweeted out his setup. I think he's kind of home for the holidays. And I think he's coaching off a laptop. He has like a laptop mic setup with a Go XLR. It's actually really interesting. So make sure to kind of look at Lando's Twitter if you want to get a decent glimpse on how this team is still kind of getting things going here for this one. But right now, Knights with a 1-goal lead. 3 minutes left in gameplay. Sonics are looking for another goal here once again. But Shock will pick things up and try to move downfield.
Pittsburgh Knights with 3 of the top 5 goal scorers throughout the group stage. Trying to pour it on early against the Susquehanna Sonics, but they got to play some defense. It's T. Carell going up. And Shock coming on as well, just a little too slow, and the Knights quickly move back the other way. Ridoko will score to double the Knights' lead.
Good goal here for Ridoko, right at the halfway point in the game, too. As that's just a could be. He catches that defense downfield, and the pass from ZPS really does open things up here. So Knights starting the series off on a hot foot here as they've gotten 2 goals in the first half of game 1.
J. Russ will bring it all the way back to his own zone and call off T. Carell, who also has a full tank of boost. This pops right up for T. Carell. He's got J. Russ downfield as well, and Carell at least gets that deep into the corner of the Knights' end, but nothing else doing. Good bump at least to keep the attack alive for the Sonics, who got to feel like they need an answer sooner rather than later, lest the Pittsburgh Knights threaten to put this game out of reach. 2 minutes left. Shock looking for that response. ZPS the initial save, and then Ridoko got a piece of that. And look at ZPS moving quickly back the other way, forcing J-Russ into action.
Oh, man. They just got to get that one out. Look at T. Carell on the wing here, though. This could be a chance here for the Sonics. The Shock plays that one high, tries to get the flip reset, but sets it up for J-Russ, and yet still that ball just not getting in front, not really testing the Knights at all on defense. The Sonics have been trying to play around them, but maybe they need a little bit more. Maybe T. Corral can get the double. Nope, too high. He kind of missed that read. So Shock will try to play it and play. A lot of offense here, but will Sonics be able to find that one pass that just does it? Right now, it's just been playing a little bit antsy, a little bit too fast for their own good, and it hasn't amounted to much.
Of course, if you watch that last series, you realize it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish in a series. J-Russ getting the goal here with just over a minute to go. Plenty of time for Susquehanna to get right back into this game and tie things up. They finally break through the Knights' defense.
Yep, and what time, like I said, what time on the clock here? So now it comes down to just what they end up doing with the final minute of play. As right now, they're just trying to get past ZPS and the rest of the Knights squad, who, again, just want to hold on to that lead, let alone think about even expanding on it. This one feels like it's going to come down to the final second.
Another ball dumped into the back line of the Soniqs. Shock and J-Russ got to get on the same page, and Rodoko is just going to send it right back the other way. Another attack repelled, and another goal for ZPS, who scored more than anybody else in the tournament.
And that's a big one. That one actually might be the one for the game here. As a big goal scored for ZPS within the final 30 seconds. Knights. Oh, man. They woke up in time.
They did, yeah. This ain't too early for them. Granted, they had the second series, so yeah, they had a little more warm-up time. ZPS almost dropped another in. Rodoko will. 2 for him, 2 for ZPS. And it's a Game 1 win for the Pittsburgh Knights.
Very well done here in the opener for the PK. Yeah, I mean, they honestly showed up here. And the Sonics get a rude awakening where they're going to have to make some adjustments. I mean, with a major adjustment to me, though, kind of seems to be ZPS, as he's been big here for the Knights. We get to the final 10 seconds of gameplay. And this game 1, although we saw the Sonics start off with a lot of energy and play things close, at least like for a majority of the game, this game 1 was all Knights. They take this one 4-1.
Well, that's a textbook start to the series for the Pittsburgh Knights, trying to take care of the Susquehanna Sonics. They would have a date with Space Station Gaming in the winners finals waiting for them. Loser gets to take on E United with their tournament on the line. Still a long series ahead, though. Best of 7 in every stage of this tournament, which is, it's unique actually in the RL Esports landscape. As you know, normally you see like, you know, best of 3s and qualifiers and best of 5s and group stages, and then you get to best of 7. These teams have had to play a lot of Rocket League this week because a lot of these series did go the distance during the group stage.
Yeah, right. And that's also kind of telling as well, because, you know, a lot of people who are maybe even new to the Rocket League landscape are going to try to figure out, okay, well, what's the best format, so to speak? But we've seen best of 3s go distance. We've seen best of 5s, but even in best of 7 situations, you know, a lot of these matchups have gone, you know, to game 6, to game 7. And it does kind of beg the question of, you know, maybe there's not enough games. What if we need even more games? I don't know. But what I do know is that this has been a long week for a lot of teams. They've been playing some Rocket League. No one's really complained about the fact that the sets have been best of 7, except maybe the ones that have to play the first match of the day and have to wake up super early. Oh, hello. As we peel back the leaves and reveal the Forbidden Temple for Game 2.
By the way, you know why the Sonics name is hidden on their decal?
Because it's a spoiler.
Aw, you ruined the fun. Hey, you're very smart, Daz. Actually, shout out to our admin Furter for pointing that one out for us. ZPS making a save along the goal line. Daz is just in no fun mode today.
No,
very
I'm in a no.
Scrooge-like.
I'm in a no Stax fun mode. It's very different. It's very different.
Shock out of the corner, looking for an early shot. It has been all night so far in this series. 4-1 in game 1. And looking for an early goal here. The follow-up effort from ZPS denied by T. Carell. And then he'll come right out from inside the goal to knock T. Carell off the crossbar. Now Rodoko. They just continue to smother the Susquehanna Sonics not let him out of the zone. And I mean, they're barely letting him up for air. As soon as the ball gets down onto the Knights' end, it's going right back to the blue half.
Yeah, it looks like Knights want to just, continue to kind of play at the same speed as they did game one. The Sonics' biggest challenge this game is honestly moving downfield. As Knights have just decided, okay, we're going to suffocate you in your own half and take all your boost and then just kind of play and see if we can force a mistake. But T. Corral kind of leading the charge. Foot reset, almost found the top corner. Oh, very well done for T. Corral, but just not enough to give the Sonics the first goal.
Sosa, full tank of boost, trying to pinch one in front, get a little interference as well. Now ZPS on the other side. Again, the Knights continue to pressure the Susquehanna Sonics, trying to break them down defensively. Loose in front again, but blocked away to the corner. Another chance for Redonko, forced it through on the indirect pass.
Redonko gets one here, and the Knights keep continuing where they left off. Solid touch for Redonko, and a good angle as well. As you saw, Shock was sitting in net, but he did not expect that one to roll right past him.
Redonko with his third goal of the series leads everybody as the Pittsburgh Knights score first for the second game in a row. Here's J-Russ looking for a quick answer. And if anybody can take over a series on the other half of the field, that's the guy. J-Russ has been the difference maker for the Sonics ever since RLCSX started. Sosa, around one. It is J-Russ. Past T. Corral as well, and it's Shock that just collects and brings it back to his own end, boosting up, giving his teammates time to get set up for a counter. Oh, J-Russ, backboard and swatted away again by ZPS.
And actually, we talked about birthdays. Shock recently turned 21 this week. I think his was like a day before First Killer. So there's been a couple birthdays this week around the holiday time. So, just a formal shout out. Happy birthday, Shock. Or late birthday. As the Sonics.
A lot of Rocket League birthdays in the winter.
Yeah. Does February count as the winter?
Sure.
Okay, that's mine. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Make sure.
Sosa throwing one up there as ZPS can't follow it up. That's well off the mark. And an opening perhaps for the Susquehanna Sonics. Redonko didn't get rid of this ball. Shock will take over. Looking to center and nothing doing. Again, the Pittsburgh Knights defense just stifling the Susquehanna Sonics. ZPS will take over again. Chance to get around one. Now trying to go right through Shock, and Sosa demolished by J-Russ. That kills off the Knights' attack in the most effective way possible. But it doesn't do it for long. Sosa's back on the field. He's back with a vengeance, and T. Corral makes the save.
Good save here. Knights being able to maintain a 1-goal lead so far. And Sonics are struggling to get anything on the board. That one flies in front, but still just not enough here. As that one, quick speed, looking for another shot, a Shock. But the Knights defense doing a big job here. Wait, I say that, but a mistake happens, and Shock is going to get a tying goal for free.
Well, you'll take him any way you can get him. T. Corral effectively beats two. That is not a good ball out of Redonko. He must not have known Shock was over there. He played it right to him. Low line drive across the face of the goal. That is, for as good as the Knights had been, a catastrophic blunder. 50 seconds remain in regulation. Sonics have a much different effort going in game two. All knotted up with the Pittsburgh Knights. But now they got to defend against this counterattack. T. Corral bringing it all the way across and wisely going high above the goal if he's going to go across the center. This is awkward from Redonko, and that time he made sure to get on the other side and not just play it right around in front.
Yeah, that's a smart decision. Seeing Knights now, well, Sonics on their own half. They're starting to slow down a little bit. Haven't been necessarily able to get the clears out like we're used to seeing from them. Now with 10 seconds left, pressure coming out. T. Corral won't be able to get the ball. ZPS on one last drive. Pass. Sosa, shot blocked. J-Russ able to get the save there. And now we have a game 2 overtime.
I don't blame the Sonics at all for just killing that. It might have been tempting on another day to try and boom it downfield and see if you could get lucky, but nah. Play it down to the ground, go to OT. Kickoffs have been pretty solid for the Sonics so far early in the series. And off the demolition, they should get a goal, and they don't. It's just off the mark. Oh, a missed opportunity for Susquehanna. And then J-Rush couldn't stop this. Another laugher finds its way in.
No way. Sosa with the clear downfield. And, you hate to see that. What's going on today with the defense? That one. Sheesh.
Defense is AWOL, is what's going on here. Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to take that win, and they're going to move on to game 3. But I'm sure they're just kind of looking side-eyed at each other a little bit like, guys, like, are we good? Are we okay? Going to game 3, 2-0 in the series. That wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it happens, but you definitely got to shake that one off at this point, right? Otherwise, you're just going to get into your own head for the rest of the series. I think that they were able to play it close, and the big takeaway for the Sonics there is that they were able to at least get a goal on the board and actually finally break past that PK defense. Comes down to one really odd mistake that will hopefully not happen again. I can't speak for the players, but looking forward here for the Sonics, I think the best thing to do, or the best approach here from this point, right? First off, reset. Second of all, you go into this matchup against PK, who's been playing, kind of like defensively for the most part. They wait for you to use some of the resources. Noticing their offense, it hasn't necessarily been one that is long lasting. They kind of go for a quick play. If it doesn't work, they retreat, reset. Taking that into account and maybe even getting a little bit physical would help out big time for them.
Well, the Susquehanna Sonics need to find a way back into this series after they gifted Game 2 to the Pittsburgh Knights. They'd fought so hard to get back into that game, only to give it away like that. J-Russ with an uncharacteristic mistake. Shock opening up the game with a drive towards the net. Doesn't work out, but the Sonics are on the attack. J-Russ pops one in front, and ZPS will just gather. Full tank of boost, unless he missed it out of the corner. He did. So now T. Carell will take over. The Sonics still on the attack, and we'll see if that little tiny mistake cost the Knights early in Game 3. J-Russ back into the corner and a chance to set up Shock. He's climbing up high, and boy, that ricocheted across the face of the goal off a Knights defender. Could have been a real ugly result, but instead we remained scoreless in the first minute. But for how much longer? That much longer. T. Carell gets his first goal of the series.
Yeah, this one comes down to defense here for PK. Like, Sosa jumped up for that one. I guess he didn't think it would go. Guess he thought it was going bar down, so he tried to read it off the bar, and it went out. And then at that point, T. Carell just had a free shot. He kept it. He made it a lot closer than it needed to be by just kind of shooting it straight at net, and you saw a defender get a piece of it. But Sonics do come up with a goal, so they're able to take something. Knights defense usually a lot stronger than that one, but this has been a day of uncharacteristic defensive mistakes. So I think everybody gets one at this point.
I tweeted out yesterday, welcome to the Rocket League Summit 2, where nobody knows who's good at anything, and the results look like they've been drawn out of a hat. Shot blocked by Shock as the Sonics barely get back to shut down the Knights' counterattack. It looked like that was earmarked for the goal. Instead, it remains 1-0 to Susquehanna. Rodoko denied as well, but we saw 1 minute of offense out of the Sonics. Now it looks like the Knights are taking their turn on offense. It might not last the full minute, though. This is a big clear downfield, and Rodoko will collect in the corner. Oh, that's a great effort by Shock. No boost, no problem. Still got this out in front. May even get a shot out of it. T. Carell could not double the lead. And J-Russ a little late getting that ball. It rolled behind him. Otherwise, it could very well be 2-0. May still just be a matter of time as finally Rodoko gets over a defender. Cleanly out of the zone, got one demolition, looking for another, didn't get it, and Shock very calmly makes the save.
Yeah, I mean, that one was really based on ZPS, though. He couldn't really get a good shot on, and he just kind of rolled with the ball. So it was a simple save from Shock. I like what I saw from the offense, though, from Sonics when they were downfield. That three-man pass play was nice, but it required everybody to be on board, and you saw that third man a little bit late. So Knights had enough time to, regain composure and make a save. For Sonics, the execution just got to be a little bit faster, and they could probably extend the scoreline. But for the Knights, the offense that we're seeing from them hasn't been too much. I mean, I like Rodoko leading the charge, going for a demo, and then setting up ZPS for a free shot. But when it comes down to those final shots for both teams, that's where the execution seems to be lacking.
ZPS, boy, that was ugly. And Rodoko is left on the back wall to just fend off anything that comes his way. Nothing did. Shot got bumped, and ZPS ties the game. Physical play coming through from the Knights.
Look at that, nice pass over, but it's the bump again. That lead block from the Knights has been so effective. This time ZPS gets the shot, and he makes sure to bank it, getting that tying goal for the Knights. And now for the Sonics, they have a different beast to stop, and it's who's ever leading the charge for the Knights, who are going for all these bumps and demos that are just completely throwing off the Sonics D.
That should almost count as 2 points. They almost scored shock and then scored the ball into the net. T. Carell, oh, he tried to bait out Rodoko with a fake. Still able to stay with the play. But ZPS, flip reset to center for Sosa. Took a wide turn to set up the shot, but that gave Shock enough time to go up, make the clear, and it's back onto the Knights' end of the field, and Sosa comes right back in, rotating through the back post to make yet another stop in front of the goal.
Okay, what, a minute left now. Sonics looking for a way through. Knights, though, is controlled. They're going for a big push here downfield. Missed demo. I think J-Rush is going to slow things down. Sees the situation, doesn't want to move too fast, and he has shock and assist here too. So very smart there. That was a tense situation for Sonics, at least. Knights were waiting for an opportunity to get the ball or play it into their own end. You can see really how the Sonics have been handling it, just kind of slowing things down, thinking before, having a lot of touches with purpose, but that goes all the way downfield, and J-Rush, along with the rest of the Sonics, will hold off for now, maybe have a chance here in transition in the final 10 seconds.
Staring down, perhaps, overtime in Game 3. It's been a bizarre series. Started with a blowout in Game 1, and the follow there from T. Carell is just wide. He hit both edges of the frame of the goal, and the Pittsburgh Knights are going to survive to go to OT in Game 3. Wow.
I mean, seeing them and how they're playing so far, they're able to. I'm not too surprised just yet. The only goal that the Sonics scored was due to, honestly, like a mistake on a clear from Sosa. The Knights have seen to clean things up ever since. And it's been tough for the Sonics to really get things started on offense. As you can see there, too, just those cutouts in midfield, so dangerous as this overtime ensues.
J. Russ, top shelf for T. Carell, and he just airmailed that one to the side as well. Accuracy for T. Carell has been lacking in this series. J. Russ going to try to take it himself, and ZPS deflects that off to the side. T. Carell will try again. And he couldn't get anything towards the net, so ZPS will take over with a full canister. Trying to get by J. Russ. T. Carell coming in to support as well. J. Russ still downfield, working on Rodoko. Shock waiting in front. T. Carell couldn't get the pass off cleanly, and ZPS will clear. Here come the Knights quickly back the other way. Looking to go on match point and one step closer to taking out the Sonics.
Now comes down to really just, honestly, who has the more kind of stable defense here between the two. Game 2 ended very poorly for the Sonics, just off of a missed touch. This game started poorly for the Knights off of a lack of a touch. And now we see here at OT. Sonics, though, this is kind of a must-win game for them. They go down 3-0 in the series, and I'm starting to believe your theory about the Knights more and more.
They're a team that, while they've scored a lot of goals, they have given up a lot of opportunities. Not as many to the Sonics here. What a save by T. Carell. Making up for it all on the defensive end, prolonging this overtime. He couldn't get the game winner there. Maybe he set up the attack at the very least.
Yeah, he's
Crossover to Shock. 2 minutes into OT. Nobody to center two. It is kept in the zone, though. Soniqs playing the long game here in OT. Good pass across, and T. Corral missed it wide again.
Dang, that's big. That's big here. And now if the Sonics drop this one, I'm worried about them for the rest of the series. They still, though, keep going as wait.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Dead center. Sosa off a clear has the Pittsburgh Knights up 3-0. An unfortunate bounce off of J. Russ right into his wheelhouse.
Man, you hate to see that. That's really tough for the Sonics too, because they had a lot going. They had some clear looks at the net, and when it came time to shoot, they failed there. Then things turn around on the defensive end, and well, there was no defense in that overtime. It just soared right past everybody. Man, okay, but like this one's weird because I know you smile because you're looking at the Knights winning. You're like, yeah, I'm about to hit Daz with the biggest "I told you so" that I've seen all day.
No.
But like for me, it's I feel like the Sonics are kind of beating themselves here because this hasn't been a dominant series, not for any team, and the Knights have kind of scooted by, but it's been a lot due to just kind of these like slightly off rotations here for Sonics. I just feel like if the things were just a little bit more cleaner, it'd be a lot closer.
The Sonics have to have it up here now because it's got to be a short-term memory. They have to put all those misses, no matter how bad they were, out of their memory, get into game 4. I mean, they have a long, long road ahead of them if they're going to pull off a best-of-7 reverse sweep.
Nice.
I do love this angle, though.
Like, that was a good one.
That really was nice. Can we just have that more often? I feel like that'd be a lot of fun.
I feel like we've had it like pretty much every game today. It's just been like so pleasing. Just walk in like, hello, welcome to the game.
Must-win game now for the Sonics, and they are on the back foot. T. Corral with a desperation save. Shock will pop this off to the side as well, but the shots just keep on coming from Pittsburgh. Finally, Shock will have a little bit of time and space to play with, but it still ends up with ZPS, who's been a scoring machine all week. This time he sets up Sosa.
And that's Sosa going to pick up another goal here for the Knights, and ZPS. Flip reset. I like what I'm seeing. They had to worry about whether or not he was getting the double, but they didn't see Sosa creeping up, and I mean, he comes through big time here for the Knights as they look to sweep right now. Pressure's all on the Sonics to see whether or not they have anything left in them, as at this point, Knights, at least being able to score every game, they've kind of set the standard here, and the Sonics need to set a pace of their own.
That's got to feel real good about their defensive effort for the most part. Only 3 goals allowed in 3 games. We'll see if the Sonics can finally break through that barrier. They will have to prolong this series. Already trailing and almost trailing by 2. J. Russ will carry this out, and he made sure to take a little detour for that boost, but he couldn't get any further. One-on-one, Sosa, good luck.
There's Sosa coming up once more. Play to himself, takes his time, sees T. Corral, got him on the beat. T. Corral tried to pre-jump the challenge, and he played right into Sosa's hands. Knights with a 2-goal lead as Sosa has been on a run. I think he scored the last 3 at least for the Knights.
Yeah, he is piling it on right now. Chance in front. That's off the post, but fortunately Shock was there. And I think even T. Corral was trying to get to that just to get a touch. Like, no, let me have one.
Open look. Yeah, T. Corral does kind of fall there a little bit, but again, this one coming down to it. Once more, Sonics able to quickly get on the board here. This is what you want to see from them, especially with how this series has gone. They haven't necessarily been able to do too much of anything here. Oh. Wait a second.
Oh, my goodness. Just had him on ice skates the entire time. It's like puppets dancing around. Oh, my goodness, Sosa.
He did not have to do that to them. He did not. He just could. Like, there are other ways to score. But when you dribble across the whole team, like, that's just so disgusting. I am appalled at the desk.
The Sonics get back within one, and that's what they get for their efforts. Oh, man, it's just like the Knights going, like, okay, we scored. Series is over, right? No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You want some more. You just really actually want more. That's fine. You will get more. And the Knights just keep on scoring. Somehow ZPS wins that. Sure, that makes absolutely no sense. The Knights still right back on the attack. They'll finally have to give it up just a little bit. I don't know what that jump was. And a chance out for J-Russ. Still denied by ZPS.
Okay. Oh, that's in. That's in. That's in. You look away, you look up, the ball's just in their net once again. This is a nice touch from Rodoko. T. Carell kind of went a little extra, or like he was trying to be faster than, it was like his brain wanted to go up, but his hands were deciding differently. And that just completely got away from him. And now
That's the most commonly heard phrase on a Dazerin stream, in my net.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in my net. Like, there's nothing else I could do. No, I'm kidding.
J-Russ. A lot of work to do for the Sonics. They still have at least a pulse, but they're down 3 goals with 2 minutes left. We saw a 3-goal deficit erased earlier in the day. Saw Rogue come back from down 3-0. They scored 4 unanswered goals with the series on the line, facing match point. They went on to win that game in absolutely laughable fashion. This will be saved away by J-Russ. I don't think we have a similar finish in the cards here in Game 4. The brooms are already out for the Pittsburgh Knights. T. Carell trying to get one on target. This time he does, but Sosa's there to put it away.
Yeah, this one looks clear, cut, and dry. As we see Shock, flip reset, but gets knocked away. Like, the Knights look really good today. They really do. And we got to keep in mind how this is going to look for the rest of the tournament. Although Sonics are going to eventually, they're going to play again. We're going to see them in the lower bracket. Like, I think, for a Knights team that may have to face SSG the next round, this is what you want to see out of them.
Yeah, they've gotten off to a fantastic start on the day. Pittsburgh Knights just keep pouring it on against the Sonics, trying to also maybe send a message to Space Station a little bit later on. Some of the mistakes they got away with against Rogue may not get away with in the upper final coming later on. Though, again, it's going to be a brand new series, and you're going to have 2 warmed up teams. Space Station, when they're on form, they are the absolute favorite in this tournament. They have been since Tuesday. Sure. I caught that pause, Daz. I got that like, wait a minute, no. Monday was CRL. It's been a long week. It's been a long year. It's finally coming to a close.
It is. We get one more dose of NA Rocket League today. Until then, we're starting to see a lot of these teams close out the year strong. Knights looking like they're one of them. They've had an impressive run over the course of the past couple of winter regionals, and they've really been improving. Sosa's been a great addition to the roster overall. And honestly, it seems can be said for Sonics. But in this particular matchup, it's been all Knights, all series. And they're going to take it in a sweep.
The Pittsburgh Knights allow exactly 1 goal from the Susquehanna Sonics in all 4 games. Clinical effort out of Pittsburgh. Space Station Gaming waits in the upper finals. We are going to step aside for just a moment before we continue on with the show. We'll come back and take a look at how the Pittsburgh Knights absolutely dominated the Susquehanna Sonics as the Rocket League Summit 2 rolls on right after this.
Welcome back to the Rocket League Summit 2 for North America. Stax, I mean, I just got to give it to you, man. You're the superior analyst. You saw this coming. It was so one-sided. The floor is yours. Take it.
It ain't about me. It's a good team effort. Pittsburgh Knights played really well. That's a really good team on the other side too. Susquehanna Sonics really battled hard, but just wasn't enough. The Pittsburgh Knights they just stuck to their game plan. They played their game, and it worked out for them. So now they just gotta get ready for the next one and hope they do just as well.
Daz, how many goals did the Sonics score?
Like 3?
4.
Oh, it was 4?
It's all goal a game. Is that what do you feel? Oh wait, no, that was not necessarily a goal a game. But how did you feel the Sonics offense was overall?
It left more to be desired, James. There was just so much pressure, so much transitions from them, and then it would amount to nothing. And then you would see a goal like you saw just now, where Sosa clears it downfield, and there is no one home, and the Knights get a free goal. I think that happened almost every game this series.
Stax, you said it is indeed a goal a game. How do you do that math?
They played 4 games and gave up 1 goal in each of those 4 games. Okay. 4 goals in 4 games equals 1 goal per game.
Dude, you're
Big
on
brain.
fire, Stax.
Big brain. I got my thinking cap on today.
You're on fire, Stax. And Stax, your predictions are on point right now. Like, you're really tuned in. I want to ask you, if Dazerin 1v1s McLando, what is the scoreline? Who wins?
Oh my goodness, the game can't count that high for McLando. So, a lot to less.
Let's get specific here. I think McLando takes it 4-1.
4-1.
Best of 7.
Okay.
Best of 7.
Oh, Daz, in a best of 7. Okay. I mean, yeah. To avoid the games. I mean, yeah.
If it's best of 5,
taking it easy.
If it's best of 5, it's a sweep, right? If it's best of 5, it's a sweep, because the way it plays out is in a best of 7, McLando wins the first 3 and then uses all of game 4 to only go for clips. Only. Yeah. And that's the one Daz
YouTube
wins,
content.
and then he closes it out. Daz, what do you think you have a shot against McLando? Honestly,
better than you two do. That's for sure.
Okay, all right. So I'm just trying to understand then.
Yeah.
What is the scoreline in your opinion for a best of 5?
I think it goes the distance. I think we trade. I think it goes all 5. To be honest.
I think you might be right. That sounds like it would be a potentially a good matchup.
I think the only way it goes all 5 is if it's a set of 5.
We'll hear from the man himself, the coach for the Pittsburgh Knights, McLando, streamer superstar, coach extraordinaire. Welcome to the broadcast. Yes. And you know what?
Yes.
McLando, yes. I'm just going to get your thoughts right here. I was honestly thinking, like, out of all of the caster coach matchups, we talked about Turtle Chrome. I think McLando Daz would be a sweep. What do you think?
Oh, I love Daz.
He couldn't do it to him.
Yeah, can't do it to him though.
I was watching you play ones, and Lando, you know your way around the flicks, man. I swear, you flick that thing so hard. Is that the type of experience and advice you bring to your team? Is that why they're so good on offense? Is because you're coaching?
I'm gonna say my ones ability is probably not why we're winning games, but no, I think just kind of on the pitch, I offer a good perspective on stuff.
I think so too, and I'm serious, McLando. If we did a 1v1 event, would you play Dazerin? Could we get this happening? Is that possible?
That's a possibility for sure.
Possibility. Okay.
It's tempting. I might jump on that.
All right, we'll organize it. Daz, what are you thinking?
Lando, I feel like we have a good relationship.
Yeah, I'd say we do.
So, like, why would we let these two, James and Stax, destroy that? I feel like they're just trying to get away.
Wait,
and
they're trying to pit us against each other.
Yeah.
We're better friends than that.
It's called friendly competition.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you heard, Lando, when we came on.
Trying to spin it a certain way.
Well, I was just saying that Dazerin was saying it would go the distance. It would go the distance in a best of 5, which means that he thinks he's good enough to take you to game 5. And so he put that out there. And the only way to settle it now is to do a best of 5. That's what I was thinking.
See, I don't know. A lot of people were saying our series were going to go to the distance today, so maybe same results as that. But
wow, you're just instigating. Like James just instigating. Anyways, Lindo, I'm here to prop you up. I want to talk about you today, actually,
Okay.
because we were watching the series, and one of the things I brought up was the fact that I do not believe you are home right now. Is that
I
correct?
am across the entire country right now. I went from the south end to the north, from Texas to Idaho. So I'm
What?
pretty far away from home.
Idaho, that's where they filmed Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just such a random fact.
I'm just
I don't know.
Thank
I
you,
have
James.
no idea.
Very cool.
I'm just gonna blindly agree with that. That's fine.
You guys have just been a scoring machine all throughout the tournament, though. I mean,
Mhm.
you had the extra series as well. I mean, you've played a lot of games so far coming into today, but you
Yeah.
guys look warmed up. I mean, this was as one-sided a series as we've seen you guys play in a while.
Yeah, I think I don't know, we're just treating it like another series. I really don't think we did anything special today. It's just kinda how we were playing. I think we just really synced up today.
How are you guys feeling knowing that you're going up against Space Station in the winners finals? What's kind of been your history with Space Station and how you guys are feeling going into it?
Well, we played them in groups and it went all the way to game 7, so I think it's gonna be a sweat match. That's one that's actually gonna go the distance, I'll think.
Well, this could be the chance. Honestly, with an event like this to close out the year, this would be the best one to get going into a break. So,
Mhm.
I honestly now I'm a believer. Stax he was for you guys. I'm just gonna say he was for you guys. I was doubting, and you proved me wrong. So, congratulations on the win, and good luck in the winners finals.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That was Lando McLando. You can catch him on Twitch. He streams all the time. Very entertaining. Good at ones. And we're gonna have a 1v1 with McLando and Daz. I know it. We're gonna get that scheduled. I'm very excited to see that go the distance. Stacks, uh, if you had to bet a Rocket League item on one of the results, what's your bet? What are you going on?
You know what? I am very partial to the the heat wave decal because that was like the first ever black market that I got. I would put that on the Knights beating Space Station at some point in this tournament, whether it's in grand finals for a rematch or in the upper finals. I think the Knights are going to get one here
All right. Well, I would bet my pigeon topper that McLando wins
against Az. Oh,
against
totally.
everything. He just wins, catching dubs. But let's
I
talk about the next matchup that we have. What do we do? Which one are we doing? Are we doing? Okay, I'll figure it out. We're gonna go to a
Yeah.
quick break. The next match we will figure out when we come to the other side. Stay with us.